Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Springfield Township Board of Trustees meeting. It is February 13th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. Mr. Burning, may we please have the roll call?
Yes, Ms. Braun?
Present.
Mr. Burning?
Present.
Mr. Honolo?
Present.
All the trustees are present.
And now we have a special guest this evening. We have Quentin Bruder here. And Quentin, would you like to step forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Quentin, thank you very much for coming this evening and helping us with that. First thing on the agenda this evening is approval of minutes from our regular session on January 9th, 2024, our regular work session on January 23rd, 2024, and our special meeting for bid openings, which occurred on February 2nd, 2024. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next, Mr. Burning, can we have our fiscal officer's report?
Yes, Mr. Honolo. For the month ending January 31st, 2024, the township expenditures were $4,687,248.81, and receipts were $2,551,007.23. The ending cash balance of $26,964,972.92 includes obligations for expenditures, payroll, regular operating costs, ongoing capital improvement projects, and investment. What I request of the board is the approval of the receipts, warrants, payroll expenditures, update and current revenue reports for the period ending January 31st, 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, and I want everyone to know that our financial reports are available at the administration building during regular business hours or on our website 24/7. Thank you, Mr. Honolo.
Thank you, Mr. Burning. Now, moving on to departmental action and discussion items. Mr. Gilbert, do we have a report this evening?
I do. Thank you, Mr. Hunterlaw. We have several action items. The first would be appointments to the Suburban Communities Energy Special Improvement District. Kathleen, I don't know if you want to summarize exactly what that is and what the request for motion is.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. As the board may remember, back in November of 2023, Springfield Township took several actions and adopted a number of resolutions to join the Suburban Communities Energy Special Improvement District. And that at Suburban Communities ESID allows the township to participate and approve of PACE financing projects, so property assessed clean energy financing projects. To do that, we had to join this Suburban Communities Energy Special Improvement District. There's a lot of acronyms here. And with that, the township has two appointments to that Suburban Communities ESID organization as a board. And the ESID has requested that the township take formal action to appoint 2 members from the township to that ESID board. Being sort of the economic development liaison, I suppose, for the township, I would be happy to prepare to be on that board. And perhaps maybe Mr. Honterlaw, if you'd like to join me as an appointment on that board as well. Membership and
That's
votes
fine.
can be taken by proxy.
That's fine. Do we need a motion?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
So
All
moved.
those in favor?
No. Sarah? So?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The next is relative to the meeting minutes you approved just prior regarding the bid opening. I'm happy to report that the close to $8 million in road improvement projects that we have slated for '24, which was the engineer's estimate, I think our strategy and Scott's strategy to get the bid out in late January, early February, to get it in front of contractors sooner than later, while we're not necessarily competing with a lot of other projects throughout the county and the region. And the fact that it's a fairly large project would keep a crew busy for the entire summer. So it seems as though that strategy has worked, because the actual winning bid from Atleta was a total of $5,028,000, $5,025,025.45, which is almost $3 million under the engineer's estimate. So what that means is it's just less local dollars that we have to utilize to match those grant funding for these particular projects. So in my very quick math here, it looks like of that $5 million, only about $700,000 of that is going to come from Springfield Township local dollars. The rest of it is coming from outside grant revenue. So, and that's going to pave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
14 and a half.
Yeah, so roughly 14 streets in the township in 2024. So appreciate the work on that, Scott. Thanks for getting that bid packet together. And Laura, thanks for your work on that as well.
Yep.
So with that, what I would ask for is a motion to award the 2024 Springfield Township Road Rehabilitation Project to Atleta Construction as the lowest bidder, with a total bid, including the alternate, at $5,028,025.45. Just seeking a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next is personnel update. Fairly busy month of January. We had the new position and hiring of Alan Lakekamp as a part-time code enforcement officer. As you remember, Alan retired from our police department a little more than a month ago, and now is working for us in the code enforcement department, which I think is good to retain his institutional knowledge, his awareness of the township, and given his previous police duties, I think he would fit in well with our code enforcement team. So that rehire program, and especially allowing them to transfer to another department in the township, is working out well. So glad Alan decided to stay aboard. We had the new hire in fire of Emmanuel Reese as a part-time EMT firefighter. The hiring of Benjamin Savage as a part-time EMT firefighter, Derek Schur as a part-time EMT firefighter, and Noah Sammons as a part-time EMT firefighter. We had the resignations of Alex Bath and Ashley Eller as full-time medic firefighters. And we had, as I mentioned, we had the retirement of Alan Lakekamp previous to his hiring as a code enforcement officer. And then we had the retirement of Peggy Schneider, a police officer in the police department. I think she just went on, where's she at now?
So in her retirement, she's going to be working with the Heroin Task Force. So the Heroin Task Force is obviously a multi-jurisdictional task force that's throughout Hamilton County. Amberley Village is the administrating grant of that grant.
You know, it isn't uncommon for our officers, whether they retire or move on to different regional task force or different agencies. I think the training that we allow for our employees here and the opportunities they get prepares them for other assignments, and these agencies know that, which is why they
Swooped her up pretty quick.
They swooped her up pretty quick. Even though we tried to get her to retire and stay here,
We tried.
She was poached by them, which is good. She'll
Yeah.
still be serving the township, but in a different capacity.
Yes.
You'll be missed.
Yes, she
Then
will.
we have the new hire of Alondra White as a dispatcher within the police department. And then we had the resignation in the Public Works Department of David Durger as a part-time zoning coordinator. And that concludes the personnel update. Now I'll turn it over to Kim for community events and programs.
Thank you. This Saturday, we have our annual Daddy-Daughter Dance event, which is sold out. We do have a few seats available for the Mom Prom on March the 16th. And then our all-kids theater production will be at the Finneytown Performing Arts Center April 19th and 20th, doing the show Jungle Book. I did want to mention also that our summer camps are just opened registration yesterday. In 2 hours, one session was completely sold out. It's going very, very well. We've got maybe 5 seats left in each session, I can't sing. And we are currently hiring camp counselors.
Great, good.
Thank you.
You in full swing back there?
Everything is going much better than I could have possibly anticipated. I think in our highest session, which for us, the session is 6 weeks, in 2022 was 330 students. We're in our very first session, and a record-breaking number of students. We're at 450, and it's growing. People are coming in new, and the ones who were there before just missed it quite a bit. It's going really, really well.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Which I think, hearing those numbers just validates and shows the importance of why investing in that facility and obviously doing what we've done back there is making a world of difference, so.
We've had our challenges along the road, but it has been.
That's a way to put it.
Keep those.
But it is really a good community asset, and it's proven that time after time.
Yeah, it definitely adds to the quality of life in the community, that's for sure. With that concludes my report. The board has copies of all departmental activity reports, so unless there are any questions of those, like I said, that does conclude my report. I would ask that I will need an executive session at the end of the meeting just to discuss the hiring of a public employee.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Next this evening, we're coming to the resolution portion of the agenda. The first resolution before the board is resolution number 14, 2024, which is authorizing the private sale of unneeded and unfit for use property in the police department. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Ms. Braun?
Aye.
Mr. Burning?
Aye.
Mr. Honolo?
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Let's see here. What's on my agenda and what's on the resolution differ?
I think that's my error. The title on resolution number 14 on the paper agenda is incorrect, and what you read out loud is correct. So my apologies for that.
Resolution number's incorrect?
No, the title of resolution number 14 on your packet is correct. 14 on the printed agenda is
Okay.
incorrect.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure
Yep.
I got
Now,
it correct.
15 and 16 are correct.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next, resolution number 15, 2024, declaring nuisances pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 505.87 at various listed properties within Springfield Township and authorizing statutory actions necessary to abate the nuisances. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Braun?
Aye.
Mr. Burning?
Aye.
Mr. Honolo?
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Next, we have resolution number 16, 2024, which is a resolution establishing the custodial fund number 9004, flexible spending account, FSA, and the necessary revenue, appropriations and cash advanced. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Braun?
Aye.
Mr. Burning?
Aye.
Mr. Honolo?
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Next, before the board, do we have any old business?
I do not.
Any new business this evening?
I do not.
With that, we're coming to the citizens participation portion of the meeting. If there is anyone here that would like to address the board, we would ask that you come up to the microphone and state your name and address, and I would ask that everyone else in the crowd remain quiet so we can listen to the speaker. Is there anyone that would like to address the board this evening? Yeah, we'll start up here and we'll move back. But yes, ma'am, if you want to come up, please.
Hi, my name is Charlene Myers. I addressed the board last time about meals at Holy Trinity St. Nicholas Church, which is at 7,000 Winton Road. Just wanted to kind of reiterate what we're doing there. We have a weekly food pantry on Wednesdays from 9 to 1, and we're seeing about 16 to 18, 20 clients a week. Would love to increase that. We have a meal, and this time I was a little smarter on my flyer, and I put 3 months' worth of meals instead of 1 month, where I'd have to keep copying. So whatever you could do to get the word out would be really helpful. Tentatively, cross your fingers, we have WCPO coming out on the 27th to do a little story, but of course, if something breaks, that will not happen, of course. But again, whatever you could do to help us get the word out. I have enough flyers to pass around to give to you if you want to put them someplace. What we're doing to get more clients in is we're reaching out to the libraries, police, to the schools. The schools are sending out the flyers electronically, which is great because if you were like my son, I found it 6 weeks later. So we're happy to do that. And again, the 3 months of dates I think also will help. So we look forward to seeing anybody on the board who is able to come on the 27th, and hopefully we'll get more clients. So thank you, and I'll just pass these out if that's okay.
What time is it?
It's 5 to 7 on February 27th. And the other dates are on here, so I'll pass those out.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else that would like to address the board? Yes, ma'am.
I don't really know if this is the place, but the nuisance thing is really upsetting me because where I live at, my name is Rachel Garrett. I live at 2060 Miles West Drive. Like, there's a car across from me that's been there, I know, for 2 years. And then on Trapp, those houses are a mess on Trapp. If you can, I have called, I talked to somebody named Kimberly or something. That may be her name. I don't really know, I don't remember. But if you can do something about that, I would appreciate it.
Trapp Lane, and what's the address on Miles?
I don't know the address. I live at 2060 Miles West Drive, but there is
60 miles?
And there's a car across the street that's been there for, I know, 2 years. If y'all could have if you can have the police come down that street more, because I have never seen the police come down that way.
After the meeting, Director Bly will get with you and get that information, and we'll make sure we send the code enforcement team out
Thank
there
you.
as well as the police.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Rachel.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandra Presley. I am the Senior Branch Manager of the North Central Branch Library, and I come bearing gifts. Oh, and our address is 11109 Hamilton Avenue. So I have 2 quick updates for you all. One is very, very exciting. It's a part of our facilities master plan that the entire library system is a part of. So in late 2024, the Mount Healthy Branch Library will be opening in a larger space, and Springfield Township is such a unique neighborhood that Mount Healthy is a branch that serves a lot of your residents. So I'm so happy to announce that it's the old CVS on Hamilton Avenue. And so it'll be 10,000 square feet. So they'll have more space for the kids and teens as well as adults using the space. And there will be improved accessibility because the old branch or the current location, it's a little difficult to get in if you have a wheelchair or scooter or anything like that. We will also have expanded parking. As some of you may know, there's virtually no parking in that area. And there will be a drive-through. So you can use the drive-through and either check out items, return items, come by and say hi. They love it when people have their pups in their car. So you can utilize the drive-through. There'll also be some meeting spaces as well as larger family-friendly restrooms. So late 2024, be on the lookout for maybe an invite about the grand opening. The other thing that I'd like to share is we are still in the midst of doing our winter checkout challenge, so I had some gifts for all of you. It includes what's called our bingo challenge. You complete 5 items on the bingo challenge. We are on the honor system, and you just come into the branch and let them know you finished, and you get this nice mug for free. And it's all provided by Cincinnati Public Library. So I'm pretty sure I got enough for everybody. So I have 10 for you all. And then I will quietly hand them out to
Thank you for
our
coming.
citizens here. But thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Enjoy hearing from you.
Yes. Is there anyone else that would like to address the board this evening? It appearing that there is not, do we have a motion to adjourn into executive session for the purposes of considering
Hiring of a public employee.
hiring of a public employee?
So moved.
Second?
Ms. Braun?
Aye.
Mr. Bernie?
Aye.
Mr. Hanlaw?
Aye.
We're in executive session.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.